and welcome. This is Brownie Rose Smith live in the Forbidden Library, and today it's a Monday. It's been a long time since I've been able to stream to you on a Monday. Hello, I've missed you on Mondays. To be fair, it hasn't all been just things getting in the way. The Monday after the subathon, I decided just to have a break because I was eepy. And then the Monday, I can't remember. I just haven't streamed on Mondays a lot, which means we haven't coded this game for a while. But we're here! Hello everyone! Hello No-Size Phantom, hello Lucas, hello Sweeney, howdy! And hi Mr. Max. You may have missed quite a few streams, no worries. Just ask and I'll try and explain where we're at. Today on the Briny Rose Smith Show, Briny naffs a blag on the old apples and pears to gets Barney staging. No, that makes no sense. Even when I know what most of those words mean, that still makes no sense. I ain't on the stairs for one, and I ain't naff, but I ain't gonna blag on. That's for sure. Definitely blagging. Attack on Granny, what is this? A popular anime, perhaps? The average Briny Rose Smith stream? I wish the average Briny Rose Smith stream was as popular anime. What am I having a stroke? Let me see what I can translate of what normal size hand and fed. Briny, nah. Not great. A yap on the stairs and gets... I can't remember what Barney means though, to be honest. I am energetic. I'm excited. I tweeted, when I was tweeting this stream out, I'm gonna shift, so I'm moving my hands, but you can't see them because I'm too zoomed in. I'm too close for you to enjoy the 3D. So let's go over here. Hi. Go away, other me. We don't need you in my life. Hi. I wanted to use the summer outfit today because I've used the adventurer outfit since the subathon, but I haven't used this one since the subathon. It has no particular reason for me using it. A barmy? Nah, it says a Barney, but a barmy. Everything being weird, barmy. Not so much Cockney rhyming slang as a Cockney rhyming gibberish. It is definitely Cockney rhyming gibberish. Because the apples and pears, like I said, I get that. But a barmy. I know a Barney is something though. It's 3D me! Powerful 3D me with glitches and all! I am used to Mondays being hard on me. Onya. Well, I hope this stream helps you not have as hard non-Monday. I don't know. Makes your Monday brighter. That's what I was trying to say. Get hand gestures. Yes. I have been able to move my hands since the subathon if I use the 3D model. I can't do it on the 2D model yet. I can figure it out at some point though. Although the 3D model doesn't have really any expressions or anything, so it's kind of like... They both have their strengths and weaknesses, these models. This one has... You can see my engagement ring on it. Yeah. But anyway, where were we up to? What were we doing? It's been like 3 weeks since we looked at this, so... Here's my notes. So we've had 4 donos during these streams because I said I'd add an ending per dono, but we're already on 23 endings, so you guys still ain't caught up. I wanted to change the curse to a fountain pen because that's cool. I need to add music, sound effects, look up dyslexia-friendly fonts because I know they exist and I would like to add one because I think that would be nice for people. Ah yes, hand tracking for a stream where you mostly tap a keyboard. Bro, I mean, most of my streams are playing a game, where at the most you'll see this. I don't have many streams where we hand track. Also, I yap a lot in this stream, and I don't have to hold a controller while I yap, so I can hand gesture all I want. Hand gesture. So if anything, this is actually a really good stream to use it. Even if it is sometimes glitchy, it catches all your gestures very well. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. It is amazing. This isn't even like any special gloves or anything. This is a webcam. I have one webcam dedicated to these hands, just so you can catch them. And one dedicated to my face, even though that's probably more glitchy anyway. It's fine. It's fine. It all works. Just about. In a fun way. Okay, so routes to be done. Route crossover with Red. Crossover route at Baba Yaga from Witch's side. General confrontation at Baba Yaga's house. Granny house with Wicked the player. Granny house with just the player. Granny house gets away. Okay. Granny makes us catching these hands in 4K. Psh, 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 psh. It can't really punch you. Brr, 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 brr. Punch, 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 punch. Chat abuse! Chat abuse! Technologies are so advanced nowadays. They are, and it's not even expensive, which is wild. If Red's arm is missing at the end of the route, give player the opportunity to use the potion to save her and heal Mr. Wick maybe too if I'm feeling nice. Oh yes, because I changed the potion from being like an immortal potion to just a straight up healing potion, so we can potentially use that in some situations. Mr. Wick versus Baba Yaga solo. Red is still there. Baba may use the girl as a meat shield again. In the smaller house, that would make the shot for Wick harder. However, he has his dog. Edward would likely run to Red right away to protect her. Problem is, Red doesn't know she needs protecting right now. She will likely to get past Granny herself. Cyberpunk me. We did have an that was one of the outfits. When we did the subathon, I got you guys to vote on what outfits you wanted to see. Cyberpunk me? No, it was steampunk, not cyberpunk. No, there wasn't a cyberpunk outfit. There was a steampunk outfit that lost. Cyberpunkaroni. Yeah. I got jump scared today. I heard my name in a TikTok today. I was like, wait, what? You just do not hear the name Bryony around often. So when I do hear it, I'm like, hello? Hello? It's very confusing. Right. So, like I said, I wanted to get this out next month, which means we need to get on with stuff. So we were gonna do, this is when you're going to Red's house with, look at all this. So many endings, so much stuff, as Pavlov intended. Are you hearing Miss Rose Smith more often? I hear Smith very often. Smiths incredibly often. I couldn't tell you how many Smiths I've met in the world. And Rose I hear semi-often, but you know, it's not my name. My name's Brain. So when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's me. Okay, where are we up to with these returns? So we've got a return here, but that's after an ending. Righto. Let me see where this was up to. Solo comp. Let's do a little. I know how we can side. Let's actually play it a little bit. And if we play it up to a point, I know where I need to get to, like which section we're up to. So we'll play it to that point. Deep in the forest, blah 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 blah. Tell the old story. Blah 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 blah. Call the hunter. Blah 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 blah. Enter the forest. So guys, for our first little, we're getting back into it playthrough. Do we want to visit the Fae? Should I visit the Fae or should we go straight to Baba? The Baba of the Yaga of the Baba of the Yaga of the Baba of the Yaga. Nope, okay, we're going to the mid-cent. We're going to Baba. Walking down the middle path, Edward sniffs the air and seems to freeze a moment before charging in a direction. Good boy! Mr. Wick seems happy and the two of you give chase. The dog leads you into a clearing and make a beeline for a bowl and meat left out for it. This crosswords reminds me of crosswords from Russian folklore. Ooh, tell me more. Eddie, no! Mr. Wick calls out and the dog hesitates before reaching it. Obviously, I will do the grammar check at some point. The bowl sits before a house, a strange house that looked like it belonged at the end of a village road rather than in the middle of the woods. An old lady stepped out and chuckled. Oh, I left it out for him, she told them. Go on, boy. No, Mr. Wick called. Here. He ordered the dog, and the dog ran back. The crone smiled. I see you're well informed. I've heard of you, Mr. Wick. How much? One kid in a red cloak, Mr. Wick coolly responds. KK lurking? You lurk. You have a chill lurk. No worries. I don't know which route I'm working on, and I'm using this to decide, so I will call out for it. You call out for your daughter at the top of your lungs, and you hear a response. Red emerges from the house, unharmed, but Granny holds her back. Stay here, dear. If you don't, I won't be able to teach you my magic, she tells her. Oh, she frowns. Sorry, I have to stay here, she tells you. Once more. Ippity-dippity-doo. I don't know which one to choose, but I won't use the normal rhyme because it's not really random, but really my stupid thoughts are actually random, so when I stop, I don't know when I'm gonna stop, and I think I'm gonna stop now. Ask Wick for advice. Mr. Wick goes for his gun, but Granny whisks Red into her arms. You wouldn't want to hurt the poor child now, would you? Granny taunts as she backs into her house. Trust Mr. Wick, or go run ourselves. Blah 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 blah. Trust Mr. Wick's aim. Mr. Wick hesitates a moment. Maybe you made the wrong choice. Maybe this was the wrong choice. I'm pretty sure that one is basically the end. That's a bad end, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna do a quick savey save. Let's put it in there. How did I get there? Escape, there we go. So let's double check this. You call out to stop Mr. Wick and in the process distract him. Red screams along with Granny as the bullet rolls through the air. Granny screeches, throws Red to the ground and retreats into the house. The house starts to move, but it doesn't matter now. Your little girl is hurt. You and Mr. Wick scramble to her side as she struggles to breathe. She's not dead, but the wound is critical. Mr. Wick apologizes, but you have no other thoughts than getting your girl help. You pick her up and the two of you flee the forest as fast as you can. But by the time you get her to the village and a healer, Red has already breathed her last. Bad end. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's a bad end. I feel like that was filler text. It ain't filler text, it's just bad grammar. Be patient. Oh, I haven't done that one. So that's what we're up to. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go from be patient and let him take the shot. So, where is that? Maybe this is the wrong choice. Here. This is what we're doing. So, Granny has taken. Mr. Wick takes the shot. The bullet whistles. Through the air. Code looks nice. Why, thank you. I like nice, tidy code. Well, to be fair, I don't really have a choice when it comes to Rempe because this language means that you have to indent it in a particular way because that's how it reads it. It won't read, for example here, it won't read this under this unless it's been indented, and it's a giant pain in the butt. Jesus, take the shot! Granny cries out and drops red. See now... Red's reaction to this... I know Python is strictly... Yes, it's based on Python, so that's why it's like that. I have to go away for a short bit. See y'all later if this problem gets resolved quickly. No, it won't. We have too many things to do. We have, like, all of this route to do and then 2 other routes to potentially do that will all have probably, like, 10 endings by themselves. We're probably looking at about 50 endings to this game eventually. And then I have the secret route to do, and then I can get it out. Like I said, I wanted it out by October. And I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try our bestest. You know, I've learned more about coding through these streams than I ever did in college. Mostly because I never took coding classes in school, but still. Yeah, fair! I can't say I've really explained that much, I don't think. I haven't really gone through the basics or anything, so... I love how now with this model, we can see how deeply invested in keyboard and writing you are when typing. Yes. Invested. Gotta be dead. Well, I don't really have to look at it, you know. I can do the touch typing thing, but I'm not that good at it. So, yeah, Granny's gonna drop red, but I think red's reaction will highly depend on your trust level again. So, if she has the 30 trust... oh, but then... one second. Do we only get this if we have good trust anyway? Right, so where are we up to? Shoot red, hesitation. Let's follow that. So we've got red shield. Where does that come in? No. So it's because you've given her a moment, not because red's gone to you. That's here. If you try to coax her over, that's when that happens. So we don't. This is you could still have variable trust with red at this point. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so if red, do I need to? How do we if again? How do I if again? Oh, that's how I if. There we go. It's different in every language, so it's very hard sometimes. If red's trust is 30, then red cries and follows. I realize I've not coded anything for 3 months, even though it's like my job. That's impressive. Because I mean, if it's like your job, then I assume that's a full-time job, because most coding jobs are, unless you're contracted, in which means you could do like a little bit. Fight the granny. Also, oh, her 3D. Yes, the 3D goddess is here. No, I'm not a goddess. But yes, welcome in and welcome. We are fighting Granny. Well, we just shot Granny. Now we're trying to figure out what the child does after we shoot Granny. Now, if the child still thinks Granny's a good guy, she's going to be quite distraught that we shot Granny. Shot through the heart, and red is sad, but will she run to you? I don't think so, but will she... Granny's gonna leave and go back to her house because she's hurt. She's hurt, she wants to heal. Shooting Granny sounds brutal. Granny deserves it, she eats children. Red cries and follows. You slept till 3:30 in the morning? I'm the morning. You're not the morning. It's not even 3:30. What are you saying? You didn't sleep till 3:30 in the morning would make more sense. You could actually... Sorry, just looking at how much I was shaking. That's like you could see like how much I move more. I'm such a fidget. If she's shot, is this set in America? It's set in Fantasyland. On nondescript Fantasyland. I thought in usual scenarios you put grannies with such tendencies into rehabilitation centre. Do we have cannibalistic grannies in rehabilitation centres? Well, maybe Mr. Wick is a worker from one of these rehabilitation centres and Granny has escaped. Red cries and follows Granny as she tries to escape into the house. At this point, we need to run after her again. I have to go walk into some dark alleys, so I'll probably miss the rest of the stream. Turtles, stay safe, Howdy! Be careful, okay? Don't get whisked away into some urban fantasy nonsense in those dark alleys, okay? Sends us straight to rehabilitate. Straight to God. Only God can judge you now. She didn't escape. They were the only one not eaten for that day. Question mark on that one. I know what's going to happen if you actually have the trust. So else, if you don't have shitty trust with your child, Red runs to you and you hold her tight. This is an easy ending, but you know, they don't all have to be really hard. There's 50 of the goddamn ones. Sometimes there's gonna be an easy one. Sometimes if you just let Mr. Wick do his job, then somehow it'll be better because you're not getting in the goddamn way. Just let the man work. Red runs to you and hold her tight as Granny stalks back into the house. The girl is a little confused, but you manage. But with Mr. Wick scaring her with some stories, she eventually agrees never to go see Granny again. P/N. You take her home, and the village is relieved to see the two of you. I remember the joke. The jolly customer walks up to a store with street food and asks, "What was meat? Was this meat barking or meowing yesterday?" The shopkeep answers, "It was begging for mercy." Oh my god! That's awful and great. 10 out of 10. Take her home, and the village is relieved to see the two of you. You pay Mr. Wick, and all is well. Good, and I think, you know what would be nice is to have like a little like title card thing. Not uniquely for each of the ends, because that's too many. That's like 50, I can't do it. But there's like a good end, like a graphic or something rather than just the text to good end. I'm gonna add that to the to-do list. Title card graphic for good and bad ends. Like I said, not unique ones, because that's too much work. But little ones. Okay, right. I've changed a little bit how good and bad ends are gonna work from here on, and I'm gonna have to change it for all the past ones, but that's future me's problem. But in order for things I can't tell you to work, I had to change them slightly. So we're gonna have to go in script. This is where I've changed things. So let's just copy that. And I'll strip out what we need and what we don't. Right. So So this will be ending 24, is that right? Didn't mean to open that. Yep, ending 24. It's a good ending! We got good endings! It's an easy good ending. I haven't made you earn this one so much, other than, you know, just be patient. So unlock ending 24. Endings unlocked. Not bad ending. It is a good ending. Good ending. Let's do the calculation. And it would be ending 28. 24 unlocked. And we didn't get an achievement for it. So there we go. What are you guys looking? My job supposed to be coding and thinking, calculating. Good analogy would be, imagine if your job suddenly required you to makeshift a quantum PC, and now you were doing that. Oh, that's fun. 24 endings so far, yes. Are they neutral? There's no such thing as a neutral ending in this game. There is only good and bad endings. There are questionable endings, but for the purposes of the extra stuff that I am keeping secret, there is only good and bad endings. That entirely depends on whether red is okay at the end. Because it could be a bad ending for the player, but red is okay. So it's, according to the code, it will be a good ending, kind of thing. It's confusing, but it works. If red dies, it's a good ending. No, it's a bad ending. It's a bad ending. It might be a good ending in your soul, but it's a bad ending to the code. So, good end. 24. What's this good end? Let him do his job. That's the hint. That's the hint for this ending. Just let him do his job. Let him... I want to say cook, but that's not a good enough hint. That's just a meme. Let him do his job. Let him cook. Let him cook. I would like to potentially add these into text buttons and then add like little summaries of what happened for each of these maybe, because then you have a reminder when you look in this ending thing and you get to see it. Right, let's save everything and give that ending a wee bit of the test. Should be easy enough. Just close that up. Launch the project. I guess is really initiative person. Is a really initiative person. Does this game have a true ending? No. Not yet, anyway. I haven't decided if there is one. But currently, no. I think I could, actually, if I go back, I could load this, and theoretically that will take me exactly where I need to be. Yeah, so be patient. Mr. Wick takes the shot. The bullet whistles through the air. Granny cries out and drops Red. Red runs to you, and you hold her tight as Granny stalks back into the house. The girl is a little confused, but with Mr. Wick scaring her with some stories, she eventually agrees to never go see Granny again. You take her home, and the village is relieved to see the two of you. You pay Mr. Wick, and all is well. Good end. I forgot to put a return statement at the end. Close that up. Launch it again. So let's double check that that ending popped. Let him cook. There we go. Let's load it up. Be patient. This is a hard shot. Good end. And they should take it back. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. That all works. Right. So what happens if Red doesn't run to you? If Red maybe runs into the house with Granny because she's like, oh no, Granny's house. I'm gonna go help Granny because I'm a dumbass. Then I guess Mr. Wick will start running, and you can figure out if you're going to run with her. So it would be a case of... This has happened before in here, so I might be able to link into another route rather than write fresh, you know. Use what's already there. Don't repeat things if you can help it. Oh, thank you. Using this 3D to its fullest extent. There's not the solo competition. Where did we run in? We've run in before. So there's... Run for red while she's slowed down, which is the solo confrontation. It won't be the solo confrontation. It's the... It could be solo. Wick lead. You keep silent and let Wick take the lead. So is this the one where you ask Wick to take the lead straight away? Yes, it is. So rather than calling out, you let Wick take the lead. So I think charge, confrontation, Wick and player. But it would have to be slightly different when it gets in there because it would be a case of Granny's been shot. Granny is injured at that point, so we'll have to take that into account, but it's a confrontation Wick player that we'll have to think about. You two, you barge into the house. Mr. Wick breaks into a run, and after a moment to collect your thoughts, you rush after him. Luckily, Granny is slowed, and the two of you find your way to the porch. No. The door closes, and attack on Granny. Is this an elderly folks robbing simulator or what? Granny's a Baba Yaga, and she's about to eat your daughter. We must attack. It's evil, elderly folks. She's gonna eat your daughter. We gotta attack her. We've already shot her, and now we've got to chase her into her home. Mr. Wick breaks into a run for a moment after you collect your thoughts. The door closes behind the two, and the house starts to move. But what if I wanted to eat my daughter? Shut up, normal-sized phantom! You don't get to say that! Well, if you wanted to say that, you could always have gotten her shot 2 choices ago. That's up to you. P/N. The house starts to move. You and Mr. Wick take a leap and manage to get onto the porch before it's too far off the ground. I don't want her shot. I'm not a psycho. I want her eaten by a horrible eldritch forest being. No. Hello, Jabba Hop, welcome. By the way, in Russian folklore, some stories show Baba Yaga as evil children eating. Other stories portray her as a wise witch, helping those who are worthy, hard-working, or smart people. It's kind of that usual witch thing, like the spinster all alone. They always have the worst stories about them, but they also have the best stories about them. Because old women can come in 2 varieties. They can be a bit evil and stubborn, but on the other hand, they are worldly and wise, so... This one eats children. I'm sure there might be nice Baba Yagas out there, but this one is not. Off the ground. Then we're gonna jump. Then we're gonna Jump straight into what did we call it? Confrontation, wick, and player. That's what we're going to jump into from there. Sick! Nah, wick! Okay. So there's 2 versus 1, and she's injured this time. So that leads us to you keep silent and let Mr. Wick take the lead. You thought he would try to talk more, try to find out where your daughter was. You kind of know at this point, so this is a little bit different. Maybe we can do a little iffy there, little iffy. So we might have to do a little variable here for Baba Yaga shot. And that is true right now. Nice! There's also a cool story about a wise 7-year-old kid who saved his father in a wit battle where the local king was the judge. Oh, that's cool. Mr. Wick gonna show up with the wicked riz. He is! If you just let him do his job, you get a good ending. Because no one gonna stop Mr. Wick. Okay, so we're gonna go down here and we're gonna go if Baba Yaga shot is true. Mr. Wick can stop Mr. Wick. Only Mr. Wick can stop Mr. Wick. Have you not seen the movies? No one can stop Mr. Wick. Only Mr. Wick can stop Mr. Wick. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of baby Yagas running around the game. Baby Yagas? Oh, naughty toddler Yagas. They have chocobo houses. I do kind of want that game. I think it was Summer Games Fest? There was a game about being a Baba Yaga and going around in your chicken house and building your chicken house and stuff. I want it. I want it so much. I'm totally gonna play that. How Baby Yaga call her children's meals, Baby Yaga. One order, Baby Yaga, please. You look around for Red as Mr. And see her. No, this is the wrong bit. This is the wrong bit, we're putting it in! That's not the bit. That's not the bit. Confrontation with Wick and player is what here it is. The two of you barge into the house. Wick is going high with a kick and you low with a rugby tackle. You, Mr. Wick, Baba Yaga, and Edward the hunting dog land in a heap on the floor. I mean, it's not Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga had a lead on them, so Baba Yaga would not be... If you're wondering what this is, what I'm doing here, can you see it? Yes, you can. I have a fidget spinner. Because, you know, gotta fidget. What is a Sigma? I have no clue. What is this dog language you're speaking to me? I've heard the words. I do not care for the meaning. something wolves, something not part of the pack. Anyway. No, this might have to be a separate one. It might have to be player Wick versus Baba, and then I have... Not Skibbity! I ain't no Skibbity nonsense now. I'm not cool enough for that, I'm really sorry. I'm an old lady, I don't understand this. This newfangled language you are speaking. I'm too old. I'm too old, Horizon. I'm so sorry. Isn't sigma a Greek letter by which surface charge is usually denoted? Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry, this is hurting me physically and mentally. What is? You asking, you trying to speak young? Or my terrible reactions to you speaking young? Either way. Okay, the house starts to move, Baba Yaga's form changes. Speak young, speak child. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is maybe turn confrontation and player. Your speech is hurting me, then take it off, relax. No one can hurt me mentally because I have a lukewarm IQ. Oh heck yeah. I'm sure you're wonderfully intelligent. So if we just write it in here, the little change we're gonna have to do. You and Mr. Wick take a leap and manage to get onto the porch before it's too far from the ground. The two of you and hunting dog Edward, you know, the most important character, Ed would barge into the cottage? I've just been calling it a house, haven't I? Barge into the house. By the way, is Red Riding Hood's story folklore or written by an author? I believe it was Brothers Grimm. But it might have originally come from folklore, like a lot of stories, like the person who penned it might not have been the person who originally spoke it, especially back then. But I believe it's a Brothers Grimm tale, I think. Is it? Let's do a bit of a Google. Let's check that. Red Riding Hood original. Brothers Grimm mostly, yeah, I thought so. Red Riding Hood is a European fairy tale about a young girl and a sly wolf. Its origins can be traced back to pre-17th century Europe. European folk tales. The two best-known versions are by Charles Perrault and the Brothers Grimm. So it is originally folk tales. Are there tales set in England? Of course there's tales set in England. Have you heard of King Arthur? But this one's European, and it never really states where this one is set. Oh, also Pride and Prejudice is in England. We're reading that one. It's in Derbyshire. I only know about Monty Python's Holy Grail. Ah, same thing. In America, Red Riding Hood sounded like gang-related stuff. It kinda do, doesn't it? I could see where the connection would be drawn. The two of you and the hunting dog Ed would barge into the house. Granny. So you wouldn't get to this bit unless Red's trust is already in the dumps. So after that bit, it goes, ooh. Oh no, Red's gonna lose an arm again. Yeah, bye. TV Bargins is no, that's not it. Red's not gonna lose an arm. We're okay. Red might not lose an arm. I might not be able to loop this back. It might just have to be another route, which I hate. I hate whenever I see the words Red and Hood. I immediately relate them to the DC character. Oh, we love a bit of Jason now. We love a bit of the Todd. Imagine Red Hood meeting with other children with red hoods, and they are all arming themselves with guns to terrify the whole fancy forest. 'Tis but a scratch, my lord. 'Tis but a scratch. Yeah, I might not be able to do this as easily as I thought. That's kind of shitty. I'm also completely lost where I am, really. I need to split this whole ass file. This file is too big. So we might have to do... maybe getting into the house is a whole nother thing. Using the mirror... meat shield... hesitation... Yeah. I think I need to split it out. This file's getting too big and too chunky to sort of navigate through. So let's add a new file inside Baba House with Wick. Not always with Wick, but that route. The Wick route. The secondary. Well, it's not secondary. I don't know which one's secondary. There's no secondary or first route. They are just routes. So, inside the house with Wick. I forgot to do the dot RPY. Okay, right, we're gonna move all of the things that go inside the house into inside the house. Then that way, you know, it should be a little bit nicer. So that's all outside the house. That's 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 outside the house. And this is inside. This whole label's inside the house. So we'll take that. Put it in here. By the way, not 3 birds from Svartskald. Punishing, judging, and the third one are from Grimm Stories too. Are they? Oh, that's cool. One-armed red, I'm pretty sure, is inside the Baba house, so that goes in here too. Player Wick versus Baba, yes, that's in the house. It's still gonna be so chunky. I think I need to take advantage of like closing up sections as well. Wick outside is also technically inside the house, I believe. You storm in and Edward charges. Yeah, so this is when you're in the house on your own. Well, not on your own. You have the dog. You have Edward at least. So inside the house. Solo confrontation, and that's it. That makes it a little bit easier to figure out who, what, where, and why if there's just smaller files. And again, I need to take advantage of, like, that one has a bit that needs doing. This one's done, so we can just minimize that for now. This has some bits that need doing. That does not have a return statement at the end, but it should. That should also have a return statement. What am I doing? Did I not even test those? But it looks like both of those... Everything has an ending here rather than an extra, so that's done. Yeah, so that has bits that need doing as well. That's got a lot. That's got a lot that needs doing. That's got menus and menus and menus and menus and menus. That's terrible. Let's see if we can finish this file first to make sure everything in here has somewhere it's gonna go at the very least. So we've got that one's got jumps. That one's got all jumps. That one's got all jumps. That one's got all jumps. But this is the no. That's where it's supposed to be. That's got all jumps. So there's solo confrontation. No, it should be... Which one were we looking for? Don't let it get away. Let Wick lead. Wick lead. Where's the bit we were... And now I've gotten so confused. Because it wasn't the charge. That's the new... Ah, yes, it'll be here. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. So, like I said, I think we're gonna have to have a new bit. Because characters are gonna act differently if... If Baba's shot. If Baba's shot and Red doesn't trust you, then both of them are gonna act differently. So I can't jump straight to confrontation with Wick and Player, even if they get into the house, because I don't think that works. So what does that one do? I've even completed that one. The two be barge into the room, Wick going, hi, Granny, you tell... Yeah, because that's tell her to lock herself in the room. Player, Wick versus Baba. House starts to move. Baba Yaga's form changes. So really, we need to get Red out the way, is the idea. But Granny won't want Red out the way. If I was a creature from folklore, I would be scared of a day's kids. I would probably get the London experience when they asked for my phone, and I don't have one, so they stab me instead. Kids aren't afraid of shit. So what I'm gonna do here instead is we're gonna do a new one. Granny shot in house. We are creating a game, Horizon. We are creating a game. This is what the game actually looks like. We haven't done an ending in a bit, so I haven't been able to actually show you it in a little while. So we're gonna do a new label. No, this shouldn't have been a label. Shouldn't have been a label. Should have been a jump. Should have been a jump. That should be jump, not label. Granny shot in. I dislike that is a capital S. That's not going to make the code go wrong, but that is going to just annoy me. So, jump. No, label! Why is my brain doing this? We've done this flawlessly for a while. Let's do return for now. I'll quickly show you it if you want. It's a choose your own adventure game. So nothing too exciting. But you start, you get like text, you get to read the text. And to go through, and then you get choices. And then, oh no, let's tell her she's adopted. And then you get an achievement for oh, apparently we've seen 5 endings. Yes, I don't want to say visual novel because it's not really that. It's a choose your own adventure. It's not really a visual novel because it has less visual than a visual novel. I do wonder if you plan on playing the sorcery games someday. What's the sorcery games? What are those? I would plan on them, but I don't know what they are. Okay. So Granny's shot in the ring house. You try to call... Thank you so much for subscribing, Diego. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the content. He tried to call to Red, but she refuses and even starts to yell at you for hurting hurting Granny. Sorcery is a series of choose-your-own-adventure books, which were turned into German games. Oh, I have played similar choose-your-own-adventure books. I would definitely go look those up game-wise, because I know publishing-wise, because I've looked into trying to find books that I can play like that on stream, but there is obviously the publishing issues and copyright issues. But if they are games, I could probably get away with it a little bit more, because you don't really need to ask permission to stream a lot of games. You just kind of go. Whereas books are a bigger issue. Try to call William starts yelling at you for hurting Granny. The room is shaking, and Wick orders Edward, the hunting dog, to get Red out of the way, but Granny just smirks. See, she's gonna pull the same thing as when you go in there before, with the whole house tilting like this, so that you go wee down into the oven with you. But this time she gets Red in there too, and that's great for her. Extra food! Extra meat! Wick yells at you to grab onto something. But you know your daughter isn't going to listen. Menu. Grab Red first. Lowercase, please. Or do as he says. This is pretty obvious what's gonna happen. I can just flow with this. You run to Red. Run to Red. To grab her so you can secure you both. But as you do, the room starts to tilt. You don't have time to grab both, and even just trying to grab something as you start to slide down the kitchen fails you. You and Red slide into a room at the end of the house. The door closes behind you before the house rights itself. Red is mad, and you try to calm her. It's more successful after hearing gunshots and fighting on the other side of the door. Red is scared, and you comfort her. Okay, so we have that one little monkey wrench issue to deal with before I can do anything. The fucking coin purse has not come up in this route yet, I do believe. Because with this one, you had to have let him take the shot, which means, yeah, he hasn't had the coin purse issue yet. So, if you pick up the coin purse, you are going to die. So, if coin purse, coin bag, is true, the door, if the fighting goes quiet, and eventually the door opens. Granny calls Red out, but before you can leave behind her, the door is closed again. It begins to get hot in the room. So hot you cannot stand it. So hot that your strength begins to fail you. So hot that you take your final breath. Bad end. Well, good end, but bad end. Bad end. Granny made a deal to give him the coin bag after you die. But Mr. Wick will not kill a child. So he did save Red, but he didn't save you. So by the code standard, that is a good end. By the player's standard, that is a bad end. So as far as the player is concerned, I'm going to write bad end. As far as the code is concerned, we're good. Red survived. Okie dokie. So let's initialize more endings. That's ending 25. Ending 25! Is it 25? Is that right? We were on 24 before? Yeah, 25. 25. Halfway to 50. What was that one I did before? Hallucination ending, where they entered a dream world where they are puppies. That would be very strange. Language, this is in... We're coding it in RenP, which is a kind of Python. It's so yeah, Python, technically. Kinda. Simplified Python, I suppose. We're using this. This is the new code for endings now. Also, the name is hilarious. Good old Bendover. Yeah, and like I said, as far as the game is concerned, this is technically a good ending. Technically. Even though everything else will say bad ending. How do I even hint for this one? 105. Let you cook! You cook! That coin bag. Will be the end of you. Simplified Pythonese, correct. Strange has potential. Remember Alice in Wonderland or the Cat and Dog movie? Yes, but I don't want any more routes because I wanted to get this out next month, so no. Very specifically? No. Right, let's test that ending. Close that up. Give it a new... Have we saved everything that we need to? Why is face shop looking like it needs something? Saving. Saving. Okay, cool, great. Launch the project! Let's start. Blip, 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 blip. I think we can load it. I think we can load it from here. Yeah, load it from here. Go, 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 go. No, I can't load it from here because this is where... No, I need to go ground my child. Main. We have to ground her for this to work. Because she needs to not trust us. She needs to be angry at us. Grounded! You're grounded, young lady! Call the hunter! Enter the forest! Ba 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 ba. And now we need the coin bag for this, so we need to go the right path. Need to pick up the coin bag. And we need to go the center path. We need to let Wick handle this. No, wait, that was the wrong one. Can we go? We need to go back. Call out for Red. Ask Wick for advice. Trust Wick's aim and tell him to shoot. And be patient and let the man work. Okay, so this is grab Red first. It's September 2nd and you said next month equal you got more to add by that logic. I do have more to add by logic. We haven't finished all the routes that I wanted to add already, let alone adding more. If we can finish some routes, then maybe I can think about adding some more stuff like that, sure. But we haven't even finished all the routes I wanted to add. So we grab Red first. You run to Red to grab her so you can secure you both, but as the room starts to tilt, you don't have time to grab both, and even just trying to grab something as you start to slide down, the kitchen fails you. That definitely needs rewriting. That's awful. I hate it. You and Red slide into a room at the end of the house. The door closes behind you before the house rights itself. Red is mad, and you try to calm her. It's more successful after hearing gunshots and fighting outside the door. Red is scared, and you comfort her. The fighting goes quiet, and eventually the door opens. Granny calls Red out, but before you can leave behind her, the door is closed again. It begins to get hot in the room, so hot you cannot stand it, so hot that your strength begins to fail you, so hot that you take your final breath. Bad end. Okay, cool. The ending seemed to work okay. Did that come in? Let him cook, let you cook. It says good end, though. It needs to be changed to bad end, because like I said, as far as the outside knows, that's a bad end. But Red lived, so it's a good end. A bad end? No, it's a bad end, not a bad end. He's touchy. That sounds hot. So hot you die. Else. So I think last time I had this situation, because this is not the first time you've been cooked for the coin bag. Fair enough, how about this? First double test, check the main endings, then the next one can be an extension. But I don't have main endings. I don't have anything that's main. The main chunk of what I want to put in still isn't in. So I can't add stuff yet. I gotta finish what I put in first. Cooked for the coin bag, not by the coin bag. Yeah, here it is. And in the else, what happened? You hear gunshots and more fighting on the other side of the door. You hear Baba trying to reason with Wick, but he has none of it. So it is, again, it's very close to this. Except... So maybe it's the same ending? Maybe it's the same ending. You hear, except this one's slightly different because Red lived. Well, Red lives in that one too. It's just that Wick takes her again. Either he drops her off at an orphanage, I don't know. But... So maybe I should pull that out and just have that be another way to get to the same ending. Is that something I should do? Should there be multiple ways to get the same ending? But then it's either that, or we have very similar endings, which just, I don't know, it's not as fun. Although I'd like the endings to be, you know, unique and, you know, worth finding. Game development dilemma. Your main is your first set that was the original plan. You assume I had an original plan going into this. Same ending, give players stress, make them think. So... they'd unlock ending 18 again if they haven't already unlocked it. Plans. Pfft, who needs them? Exactly. I did not have many plans going into this. I did not expect people to be that interested. It was just a little fan with a... I wasn't even in Rempe or have images originally. Like, I did not plan this. I was just like, right, we're gonna do a little story about a Baba Yaga and you trying to protect your daughter, and we'll see how far that goes. That's all the plan. That's the only plan. VTubers coding is always interesting. Yes, we're very good at them. We're smart cookies as VTubers. Yeah, I think from a coding perspective as well, it makes more sense to just give you the same ending. Because this would be it. This would be the ending. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna label... Ooh, should I do a new folder of like repeated endings? Let's do that. New file. Repeated endings.rpy. So label, I don't have a name for it just yet. Ending 18, that's what I'm calling it. That is not how you spell ending. Why is it all like, oh god. What happened? What happened to this indentation? Yeah, boy. My beautiful, beautiful indentation. Bright, imagine you as a player if you had to repeatedly achieve the same troll ending. Now, how would you feel? This isn't a troll ending. It's just a very similar scenario that led to the same ending. There was a key for indenting a whole selected block. I'm not very good with hotkeys. I'm really bad at remembering them, but if you do know them, I would love to hear about it. The funkiest of monkeyists. Also, thank you for following, Funky Monkey. Very, very wonderful to have your support. Thank you. So inside the house. So here, else, jump, ending 18. Oh god, did I not put the N in there? God damn it me. Repeated endings. No, I did put the N. There we go. Why did it not put the N there? That's not gonna work. New file, holiday endings. If the game is played during the computer. No, fuck you, Sonny. I'm back from delivering totally not suspicious packages. What did I miss? Control X or something. Oh, Control Plus even, not Control X. No, that just zoomed in. And Control minus zooms out. I hate when you zoom out or zoom in with coding because it's so hard to tell where you were. Everything always looks too big or too small output. Baba Yaga is visited by 3 ghosts and changed her ways. No! How about no? And where was that original ending that I cut out that I probably have to put back in now? It was up here, wasn't it? Here it is. So this would also be jump ending 18. Why is it not putting the N? There we go. Okay, let's double check that that's all working as intended. So close that up. Open it. Launch the project. Line 41. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why. There you go. There you go. Slight indentation issue. Are we doing Crimbus episodes? No Crimbus episodes. So, we need the coin bag for the one I just did. So, let's do... She needs to hate us. And we need the coin bag. So, right path, coin bag. No, no, actually we don't need the coin bag. That's the issue. No. Restart. Yes. Start. She still needs to hate us though. Call the hunter, enter the forest. Centipede. Call out to Red. Ask Wick for advice. Trust Wick's aim. Let him shoot. Be patient. It's a hard shot. And then we're in the house. You go to grab Red first. Find yourself flung to You were safe. Good end. It worked. It's ending 18, but it worked. Had to double check. It's Control plus open bracket or close bracket works in my VS Code. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I like that. Thank you for telling me about that. I think that's supposed to. Where was that supposed to be? I've just confused myself. Where was that? Where was that originally? There we go, it was that. Interesting. Thank you for the tip. Okay, so that's in. If you select a whole block, you can move the whole block. Oh my god, I can move the whole block. 1 minute, we have to try this. Oh my god, we can move the whole block. Holy shit. That's powerful. So much power in my hands now. Okay. Next. Okay, so we got the ending there. Coin bag, if not ending 18. You shouldn't get a good ending for that though. I don't think you deserve a good ending for that. Okay, so yes, I was told on Twitter what this shortcut is. It's Control plus either this button or this button. That's the shortcut, Howdy. It's powerful. YouTube cannot see the Twitch chat that was told to me by a funky monkey on Twitch. No, Sunny. That undermines the game! If we have neutral endings, we cannot have neutral endings. There is no such thing as a neutral ending in this game. That is a big no in how I've designed this game. It does not work if I have neutral endings. Neutral endings don't exist. Red is alive or she is not alive. Though that is how we determine an ending. Do as he says. It's not moral though. It's not moral at all. It's all about just whether the child survives or not. Whether you think that's moral is up to you. Come on, brain. Come back. Where'd it go? That decision that flew out the window. Can you come back, please? Just pull it back. 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 Do as he says. You! Do as you are told. Do as you are told. And grab onto the closest bit of hammered down furniture you can find. WSG, what does that mean? I'm an old lady, I need these things explained sometimes. Brainy brain not braining. My brain does not brain often, so that happens a lot. But at least now I can, like, gesture. I can show you the struggles of the brain. You. Hold on tight as the house starts to move. The floor tilts, and you can see that no one who was not holding on was ever going to be able to keep their balance. Mr. Wick is holding on to the hunting dog. Edward. Baba Yaga is somehow fused to the floor, unaffected. Red, however, screams and tumbles into a room at the bottom of the house. You yell for your daughter, but there's not much you can do. The door closes behind her and the house rights itself. Granny smiles. Now let's talk. you can see that Mr. Wick clearly does not want to talk. You, however, hired him. It's your choice. Menu! You can agree to talk. Okay, Lucas, thank you for coming. Have a good day. Bye. You can agree to talk or let Mr. Wick fight. You agree to talk, holding one hand out to hold back Mr. Wick. Okay, so there's multiple things that could happen here because Granny can talk her way out of this. Also, she's injured at this point, so she has even less chance of beating Mr. Wick than she normally does. So she would either ask, she could ask for the potion. As that one Asian dude in the Godzilla movie would be like, say, let them fight, let them fight. Let them fight! She knows she's on the back foot right now. But she has a hostage. She has Red in her oven right now. You are wise. Your daughter is in my oven as we speak. If you wish to see her unharmed... French garlic bread? Oh my god. Some tasty person in the chat. Hallucination ending karate kung fu fanda baba yaga go. No. There's no reason for hallucination at this point. Your daughter is in my oven as we speak. You literally get that all the time. You have the tastiest name. I'm really just... You should get it all the time. You're wise. Your daughter is in the oven as we speak. If you wish to see her unarmed, you shall listen to my demands. You shall call off your hunter. What are we working on? We're working on a choose your own adventure game built in the RNP engine, where we are the adult. We are the adult, the owner, the adult, the parent. That's the word I'm looking for. The parent of Red Riding Hood, and we're trying to stop her from being eaten by a Baba Yaga. We have called the hunter Mr. Wick. Yes, this is the RNP game engine novel. Jesus, my words have just suddenly failed me. But yeah, so it's your job to, like, you know, not get her killed, preferably. It happens a lot though. The hunter is called Mr. Wick because Baba Yagas and references are fun. Mr. Wick strongly advises you against this, but also mentions that he will still expect some pain, even if you call him off now. Menu. So we will also have another thing here. We'll have probably a few things. So this is if you don't have anything. Because you could still potentially have the coin bag, you could have the potion. She's probably interested in both. Because obviously the potion will heal her, potentially make her stronger, and therefore make her win against Mr. Wick. And the coin bag is obviously an instant get rid of Mr. Wick, because Mr. Wick wants money! Brownie working on a kill your own children game. It's not a kill your own children game. You guys just want to murder the child a lot, okay? It's not me. That's you. The point of the game is to not have her die. But there's gotta be bad endings. So sometimes she does die. Sometimes you die. Have we had an ending where Mr. Wick dies yet? I don't think so. We should do that at some point. But then he's so badass. He's so cool. He could never die. We know better. Red is a pass that needs to be pushed. I've never seen code with so many strings. Yep. That's Renpy code for you. Because most of it is just the text of the game. How about we pretend that we want to talk, but signal to Mr. Wick to go do a thing as she lets her guard down. I think that's a thing we could do with this choice, because we could take her up on the offer or we could refuse. But I think she's very aware of Mr. Wick as well. I don't think we're enough of a distraction. In this very small house, where there's like us, Mr. Wick's next to us, and then she's like 5 yards away, I don't think we're enough of a distraction. You had them, but you changed plot, so he lives. I did have them, didn't I? He's too cool to die, it's fine. I thought games like those stored their text in some JSON file or whatnot, huh? No, they have Renpy script files, and you just expunge your strings into it. But it's an off-screen death. Oh yeah, we have had him die once. We had him nearly die once. He's come back with like one less arm and less eyes and shit. But the menu is agree. Call off Mr. Wick. Even if it's not a good choice, I still have to let the player make that choice, you know. Or refuse. Distract her with negotiation. So we'll have that as kind of a secondary option. So like if you don't do it, then your next option is to keep her talking while Mr. Wick tries to do a thing. We have one ending that Wick got murked, but it was off screen. It got changed. Must have missed that stream. I don't remember, honestly. I've been trying to put together a little flowchart of my endings because I've realized with the meta stuff I want to put in. Oh, the tea fairy's hit! Oh heck yeah! Thank you. You're the best. Yay. Tea. Anyway, with the meta stuff I want to put in, it's. God, I completely lost what I was saying. How many endings I'm gonna make? It's probably gonna be about 50 at the way I'm going. We're at 25 at the moment. It's stupid. I know there's so many. But yeah, there's probably. Yeah, I'm British. I got tea, and I'm British. Oh, tea. Hello, Box of Life. I misread your name to begin with and thought you were the box office, but that's completely different. Box of Life. Sounds good. Sounds like a game should be made about that. I am somewhat aggressively British, yes. At least in the tea department. What kind? I like chai. It is chai tea! I love a chai too. Chai is my favourite. I have to have an English breakfast in the morning, but chai is definitely my favourite kind of tea. I like the spices and the sweetness. It's the best. It's the best. I have a gingerbread chai downstairs that's it's a rooibos based chai, so it's not exactly the same, but it's really good. Right, that is good. Add tea fairy into the plot. An unpredictable equation. No. Chai based, British breakfast not based. Beans on toast. Why? Beans on toast is great! Beans on toast is wonderful. Terrible. Terrible taste. Red befriended a tea fairy that can save her. No. What was I was saying something about the meta plot, wasn't I? I've completely forgotten what it was. I was explaining something. I forgot what it is. But oh well. I'm sure if you guys are interested, you'll ask the question again. Boo. Anyway, we're agreeing. We're calling off Mr. Wick. This is a generally terrible idea. Mr. Wick glares at you and asks you one more time if you are sure. Do you guys season the beans? I'm Dominican and we season our beans when we have it with chicken and rice. So we don't, when we talk about beans on toast, we're talking about baked beans, which are in like a tomato sauce. So they're already like swimming in like a tomatoey sauce before we put it on the toast. I ate chips on toast. I have no right to judge beans on toast. So it's not like plain beans. They have red tomato stuff. Mr. Wick glares at you and asks you one more time if you're sure. You answer affirmative. Because I would give you that extra choice, but there's really no point because it would just take you back to the other one. This is you're definitely sure. You already had the chance to distract her. You answer affirmative. And though reluctant, and he demands payment. You give him what you have on you, and Wick agrees to leave if the house is brought back down. Baba agrees, and the house. Nothing like cilantro or squash now. We're not that exciting. There's at least a flavour. It's better than some of our food. But no, nothing more exciting than just some tomato sauce, really. Baba Yaga agrees, and the house sets itself back on the ground. They just fry the beans and don't put anything on it? That's crazy. Mexicans have so much spice in a lot of their food. That really shocks me that they don't do too much with their beans. Britain really did conquer half of the known world just to not use any. Yes, 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 we did. We think that paprika is exciting over here sometimes, and that's literally just dried peppers. I'm getting better because my fiance has a slightly more exciting taste than me. So my tolerance for spices is better than some of British people, but not great still. Just came to wish you all to have a nice day or whatever. Good luck having fun. Thank you, GGWPXDD555. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you. Coming in here and spreading positive vibes. We like it. Jago baked beans from a can, basically. Oh my god, really? You'll have 20 spices on your spice rack right now. Heck yeah, we do not have that many spices. We do not. We tend to only buy spices if we have like a recipe for it. We have some chili powder. I have some cinnamon because I like putting that in my drink sometimes. What you're saying, Bri, is Spicy Challenge British Edition. So Baby Edition is what you're saying. I did think about, you know the Hot Ones YouTube channel? They tend to sell like a collection of their sauces. And maybe the next milestone I could buy one and we can see how far we can go. We get some wings, put some hot sauce on it, and I die! Cause that's entertaining for everyone. Peak streaming. Suffering. Baba agreed and the house rotated, sets itself back on the ground. Mr. Wick calls his dog and leaves you with the hag. How long have I been working on this game? Really expansive for a visual novel. So I was working on it before the first stream of it, because I just kind of did it for fun. I originally wanted to build something kind of small and then release it for fans more than anything, and just be like, here, here's a novel. Here's like a little choose your own adventure. I was originally working in a program called Squiffy. And that was really simple. It didn't have any images or anything like that. This I've been working on a little bit at a time, not like solidly. Probably a few months now? When was the first coding stream? Oh, I'm just having a nose. Give me the date, give me the date, give me the date. It's probably June. So June, July, August. So yeah, 2 or 3 months I've been working on this, not too extensively. Hot Ones on British dishes, so you can check culture. Put it in some mash. Bang. Oh, get some bangers and mash and do it on bangers and mash. That'd be great. I don't get to have bangers and mash that often. The fiance don't like it. He don't like bangers, he don't like mash. He's a terrible British person, really. Baba agreed and the house sets itself back. Quick calls his dog and leaves you with the hag. Should this be an instant death? Because this is really stupid. You really trusted Baba Yaga to, keep her secrets. Or, not murder you the first chance she got. Yeah, instant death. Almost as soon as you stop hearing Mr. Wick's footsteps. It is indeed done. Okay, cool. I didn't want to seem like I was being mean to anyone who thought they might have had a plan in this situation, but you feel stabbing pain in your chest. You look down to see the hag's claws buried deep and blood, and your blood, specifically your blood, dripping to the ground. The last thing you hear is her chuckle as your body falls to the ground, cold and dead. Bad end, but good end. No, it's a bad end because Red doesn't survive that one, so this one is actually a bad end. So that's ending 26. Ending 26. Save that. The dumb ending, where you did a real dumb thing. Beep, 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 beep. Done. Ugh. At least I can do this now. God, that makes my life so much easier. Magic. Bad ending. Okay. Add that to the variables. Let's trust the very evil magical witch who has all the power here, and without any bargaining power. Yay! Correct. It is very dumb. Yeah, do instant, since most to all the endings are too long. Some players want quick endings to move on if it just repeats. Yeah. The fool is bold. Can I have your fan signature for my friend P.A? No! You'll have to wait till I do some kind of giveaway with a signed thing. I also really don't know how I'd give it to you in the first place. But teddy bear! I wouldn't want to say no to a teddy bear, but I'm sorry. How do you beat this Baba Yaga? Well, it depends. There are ways to get round her and beat her. Just as the player on your own, you don't have the power to do that. She's a magical witch. She's trust given foolishly. Okay, love you, thank you. Karmic ending, cook any Baba Yaga, she tastes bad. I really don't know how we'd get to that ending. What's the tooltip? Yes. Send him away. I don't know, that seems vague enough. I am gonna need to figure these out a bit better. Let's give that a quick test. So how do we get to that ending just so I don't get confused? So this is do as he says, granny shot in house, do as he says, agree to talk. Okay, cool. And then agree with her. We should be jumping a little bit. I shouldn't have done all these in each other so much, but hey ho, we'll split it up in a bit. If Brownie actually lived in a place with spices, then maybe she won't taste bad. I'll just taste like tea. Tea is the spiciest spice. If I was gonna taste like the spice I eat the most, it would probably be ginger or cinnamon, one or the other. Fool of Himself was a title. That's a pretty good title. Also, hi guys, just call me Box. And pleasure to meet you, Bryony. I'm actually planning on making a VN game, so I find this stream really interesting. Oh, cool! What's your game gonna be about? Launch project? Oh, do as he says. Did I do something wrong? line 193, expected statement. 193, do as he says. Ah, that's why. That's why. This whole section. Oh god, this is gonna be so satisfying. Watch. Boom! That would have been such a ball ache if I hadn't found that out. The monkey is the best monkey. The funkiest of monkeys is the bestest of monkeys. It's just saved me so much time. That's cool, Box. We are here mostly brainstorming on ways on how to get a child in. Yeah, I don't suggest streaming your development unless you want chat to derail you horrifically and make this game so much bigger than it needs to be. Now, we need to tell her she's grounded. She needs to hate us. Call the hunter. Enter the forest. No coin bag. So, we need to call her out. We need to ask Wick for advice. We need to trust his aim. Be patient, let him take the shot. We need to do as he says. You do as you are told. Grab onto the closest bit of hammered down function you can find. You hold on as tight as you can, which I just forgot to put in. As the house starts to move, the floor. That's not how I spell floor. The fast typing, bro. That instant sensation is so good. It is. The floor tilts, and you can see that none who were not holding on was ever going to be able to keep their balance. Mr. Wick is holding on to the hunting dog Edward. Baba Yaga is somehow fused to the floor, unaffected. Red, however, screams and tumbles into the room at the bottom of the house. You yell for your daughter, but there's not much you can do. The door closes behind her and the house rights itself. Granny smiles. Now let's talk. You can see that Mr. Wick clearly does not want to talk. You, however, hired him. It's your choice. Yes, shush, 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 shush. The grammar and spelling will be corrected before it is released. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. So we agreed to talk. You agreed to talk, holding one hand out to hold back Mr. Wick. You are wise. Your daughter is in my oven as we speak. If you wish to see her unharmed, you shall call off your hunter. Mr. Wick strongly advised against this, but also mentions that he will still expect some payment even if you call him off now. Agreed to call off Mr. Wick. Mr. Wick glares at you and asks you one more time if you are sure. You answer affirmative, and he demands payment. You give him what you have on you, and Wick agrees. Wick agrees it and agrees to leave if the house is brought back down. Baba agrees, and the house sets itself back on the ground. Mr. Wick calls his dog and leaves you with the hag. Almost as soon as you stop hearing Mr. Wick's footsteps, you feel a stabbing pain in your chest. You look down to see the hag's claws buried deep, and your blood dripping to the ground. The last thing you hear is her chuckle as your body falls to the ground, cold and dead. Bad end. So let's see if that... not achievements... I forgot to add it! It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It's ending 25 because it's ending 26, isn't it? Yes, that's why it didn't work. It unlocked ending 25, not 26. This is why we test things! So let's... I won't bother reading it this time. I just wanted to for, dramatic effect. Just because it was the first time we went through it. My writing friend built a fantasy world. The ideas are still in the air, but it'll have multiple good and bad endings like yours. Yay! I mean, I say this, but we've read Higurashi on here, and Higurashi is kind of a wild visual novel in that there is nothing. It is a book with pictures. There is no choices or anything. Because I was going to say, all good visual novels should have that, but they don't. They don't all have that. Or, I can't say I've actually played that many now I think about it. Because, Are there a lot of visual novels that don't actually have choices in? That are more novel and visual than choice-based? I don't know. I imagine so. Blah, 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 blah. Call out. Ask Wick. Let him shoot. Let him shoot. Let's do as he says. Agreed to talk. Agreed to call off Mr. Wick like a dumbass. Endings. Yeah, just give him photo. Done. Okay, so refuse and distract. That's not going well. You try to negotiate a little bit. I don't think I even count Higurashi as a game. I just see it as something like a novel. Yeah, like without even choices to interact, it is literally it is a novel with pictures. It's a visual novel in its purest sense of the word. It's not a book game, it is a book with pictures. Speaking of visual novels, Fate Stay Night came out officially, finally, after many years. I should do that. I would like to play that. Because they took the horny scenes out, I believe, for the official release, so we don't have to worry about that. So, we may not see any titties, but we will be able to experience the story. And I would like to do that. What is Higurashi about? I heard about its infamy, though. Higurashi is about a small town where nothing goes wrong and everything is fine and no one goes paranoid and crazy. And it's not horrifically long, and it doesn't have amazing suspense, but questionable pacing, and really great mysteries. It's good. I've streamed the first 2 chapters of Higurashi, and both of them took, what? 10 hours maybe? And I always just feel like the start goes a bit too long, but as soon as you hit like the Wataganashi festival in the plot, then you start getting some like hyper paranoia and it's and some of those prose in it is so well done. It's good. It is good, but it's a commitment. Something evil curse, something evil twin, something badass KG. And eating chibis too. Yeah, it doesn't help that I used my chibi model, and my chibi model, for some reason, triggers the worst kind of cuteness aggression you've ever seen. My chat gets real violent. But then you guys get violent at this game too, so you guys are just violent. I don't think that's a chibi thing. I think you guys are just violent. I think you guys just hate small things. But I have just looked at the time, and unfortunately, it is time to end the stream. Which is a shame. I was having a lot of fun. But it is unfortunately time. Give it a small stretch before we do the goodbyes. But thank you so much everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in chat. Thank you anyone who learned. Thank you to anyone who watches the VOD. It's midnight. Go to bed, Howdy. Go to bed. Go get some sleep. We don't hate small things. It's just strange food we hate. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you for lending your brains to this game again. I really appreciate it. Let's zoom this out a little bit more, you know. This is... There we go. That's better. You can see my hands again. And I can do things on my screen without you seeing them, except maybe a little bit. I gotta dig a thing out, 1 second. Totally not the stream end script. There we go. Do I need to add a thing to about it, but you know. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming. Thank you to some of the new faces. I'm glad to see you. Good game making boss, thank you, Jake. Llama went to a dark alley at 11 PM. God damn. How are you alive? I don't know. I'm glad you are alive though. Midnight, when will we ever get peak night? Everything's so mid, bro. God. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow with some Library of Ruina. And then I'm not back for the rest of the week because I'm on vacation. We're going on holiday. And I'll tell you all about it when we get back. If you are curious as to what to look forward to when I do get back, I have put the schedule for this week and next week in the Discord and on the community tab on YouTube. So those are the best 2 places to kind of keep track of the schedule. I'm terrible at doing the Discord schedule, so I do apologize. That one's always off. I will get used to that at some point. I'll get it into my usual routine and then, you know, things. But if you would like to support this lady so that when she gets back, she won't have to work as much and she'll be able to stream more, you could do it in many, many ways. You can do it with one. You can join the YouTube membership where you can get emotes, exclusive streams, Discord channel, and merch discounts. There is the Kofi, the Patreon even, where you can get pretty much all that, but you also get short stories once a week from me, and merch discounts and free books. There is also the Kofi, where if you like to hear me talk, there are some short audio books in the shop, where it's basically just me reading a couple of the short stories I've read. And last but not least, there's the merch store, where you can get ebooks, first edition copies of my books, bookmarks, keyrings, t-shirts, a notebook, a soft pillow, and some emote stickers. I also, on the Kofi, if you go into the commissions page, I've opened up emote commissions. So if you like the look of my cute little emotes, then you can get some for yourself. I will draw them for you if you pick up a commission. Obviously, I'm going on holiday soon, so you're going to have to take that into account on how fast I can do it. But you can just reserve your spot and I will get to it as soon as I can. I think that's all I have to tell you about. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. Good. I have exams this week. I don't have you to distract me. Yeah, you can work hard on your studies. I expect great things from you, Howdy. You'll ace your exams. I believe in you. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much, Emma, for coming. Thank you for supporting this game so far. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be working pretty solidly on it, I think, this month to try see if I can get it out in October. Because I'd love to do that. I wanna offer it out to like a lot of streamers and VTubers for free, and then maybe throw it on Steam for like 99p or something. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see when we get there. But for now, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Brian Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Goodbye.